I'm Coach Scott Wiseman, and also Julian. So we'll start with this gentleman in the front here.
Hello, hi, welcome to Croatia. First question for the Mr. Wiseman. Croatia is the big favorite tomorrow, but what do you expect from this match? What is your goal?
Our goal is development. This is our fourth camp, or my fourth camp, in a new way of style of playing. We're trying to change a lot of things on and off the field. So for us, it's another step forward, regardless of the opponent. Yes, we massive respect to Croatia, who they are as a nation, but at the same time, we have our own game to play.
You played very well the first match against Croatia. First 20-25, even 30 minutes, even had a chance to lead 1-0.
Yes, we were happy with the start of the game. Unfortunately, it didn't end that way. The camp was a tough camp forward. We had a month off football for a lot of the players, so we came into that game lacking fitness. So we knew that we were going to get tired towards the end of the game, and whether we could keep the scoreline down, especially when that fitness levels kicked in.
Okay, one more question. You said you want to progress as a national team. In this group, we had Faroe Island. They are a country with maybe 20,000 people more than you. And we saw how hard was the match for Croatia last month at Torshavn. 2 days ago they beat Montenegro 4-0. Can you be someday Gibraltar like Faroe Island?
I think we're trying to find our own way of playing, so we don't try and emulate anyone else. Yes, they're a great example of a small nation and what they can do. They have the benefit of playing all of their home games at home. Unfortunately, when we played Croatia's last game at home, it was on grass, on foreign surface for a lot of our players, so it's not on native turf. Now, should that have been at home there, we may be able to play a little bit differently. They have the benefit of that. So yes, they're doing fantastically well, nothing against them. They're in a stage of their football where they've been playing the same way for a while now, and it's something that we're trying to achieve, is find our own way of playing, and over the long term, those results, I believe, will start coming as well.
Okay, thank you. For Julian, also, first the same.
To be fair, we have a positive attitude. We want to play our game, want to follow what Scott has instilled into the team, which is a lot of positivity, and to believe in ourselves. So I think we're just gonna. We've also got to bounce back from our last results against New Caledonia. So I think the team is just gonna give it their all and try give a positive result.
From the players' point of view, what is your opinion? What is the feeling to play against a team like Croatia, against Modric and those kind of players?
Well, obviously from a young-ish player, these are the type of players that I've been watching growing up. I think it's every footballer's dream to play against these elite players and these teams. So for me, it's just an honour and a privilege. I'm very grateful to be here. But I think it's also sort of like a reward for the hard work that we put in day to day that people don't see. But yeah, I think we are all very excited to play these type of games.
In the first match 4 months ago, you came in as in the second half, but as I talked with the coach, it was really good performance from Gibraltar. For first 30 minutes, Croatia had a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think like Scott said, we did start the game well. I think it was a positive performance up until close to half time. Like Scott also said, we were coming off a period where our league had ended. We didn't have a lot of game time in, so I think we kind of did know that the players were going to tire out towards the second half, which did happen. Obviously, again, Croatia are a very good side, so you can only do your best, especially without game time. But so that's why I think tomorrow will be a little bit different.
And the last question, do you have maybe some favorite player from Croatian side?
I have a favorite player from the Gibraltar side. All my teammates.
Maybe Luka Modric. What's your opinion about him?
Obviously, he's a fantastic player. Had a lovely career. I've been watching him since I was young. I've always been a fan of him. Obviously, tomorrow's different. Tomorrow he's my opponent. I'll always show him the respect. But tomorrow, unfortunately, we're opponents. So.
Thanks a lot and good luck.
I think the players of 10 years ago and before deserve to be in a situation where we're offering what we are offering the boys these days now. We've come such a long way in just a short time since I've been here coaching over the last 4 years. It's frightening. People don't see the hard work that goes in, not only on the field but off the field as well. Yes, results don't always go that way. But at the same time, we have a fantastic team back home in Gibraltar, which are working tirelessly. Anyway, we're showing that people can see the hard work that goes into that. even if it isn't reflected in the games.
You featured in plenty of games of this calibre as a senior international player throughout your career, so how have those experiences helped you go into games like these as a head coach?
I think when you're speaking to players, they understand that you understand, and I think that's very difficult. If you have someone come in, if a top manager came in who hasn't played for Gibraltar in these games where they are the massive underdogs, they don't know what to expect. I know exactly what to expect. I've been through the pain, I've been through the games, I've lived it. So when I'm speaking to the boys, they know that I know how it feels to be in that situation, to be in that chaos, to be almost out of control at times, and what it takes to get through that mentally.
Undoubtedly, I think we could say that the Croatia match back in June was probably your toughest test as Gibraltar head coach so far. So what did you learn about tomorrow's opposition as well as ourselves in that match that we're going to take into tomorrow?
I didn't learn anything. I didn't already know about Croatia. They're a fantastic team, and they was never going to show us anything differently than we already knew. We learned a lot about ourselves as individuals, me as a coach, and it's those experiences that are going to take us forward when we play against the teams that are at a more competitive level.
You mentioned that Croatia are obviously a side with massive quality and depth. So are there any tactical adjustments that need to be made to accommodate that level of ability?
Of course, we have to respect our opponent all the time, regardless of who they are, especially when it's a historical nation like Croatia. So we have to attack that, we have to change things from last time, because yes, we got tired, yes, we got exposed. That's always going to happen against a top team, but it's how we limit those on the day.
And one final one for you. You spoke after New Caledonia about tomorrow's game being the perfect opportunity to react to the disappointing performance. How have the reactions been in training, and what message have the players been sending you through their actions?
I think we've got such a young team, and I think the most impressive thing has been the maturity of it. We put a lot of challenges at them, explained a lot of the deficiencies that are there on the day, and the maturity that they've shown in receiving that information. That probably felt like a lot of negativity because it was a negative performance, but they've taken it on board and they've implemented that. We had a fantastic training session yesterday, so for them to come through that mentally and attack the training and attack the way we've spoken in the analysis meetings, the way they have, goes to show how far they've grown.
So thanks, Scott. Julian, moving on to you. Obviously we mentioned